All right, welcome back. Coach Bil Belichick is with us. Bill, tell us about this Steelers defense. What's on your Belichick list for the Steelers D tonight?
Hey, Peyton, Eli, good to see you guys. Yeah, I think the number one thing for the Steelers defense is to dominate up front. Highsmith, Watt, Hayward. I mean, those guys, against this Giants offensive line, new left tackle, we'll see who they put in there, probably Hubbard, Schmitz, Van Roten, Illuminor. They got to dominate the front. No big plays. Slayton and Neighbors. I think Slayton's just as dangerous as Neighbors down the field. He's got a lot of speed, big playability. And tackle Dan Jones, whether it's extended plays, some quarterback runs, things like that to kind of get the offense going. I think that, Coach Stable's got to go with some unconventional things. Just hard to line up and run against this defense, especially with the Giants, their problems on the offensive line.
No doubt about it.
Speaking of the offensive line, Coach, as a head coach, what are you telling your offensive coordinator when they're building the game plan, when you're going up against a guy like T.J. Watt?
Yeah, don't let him get started. Get on him quick, chip him with a tight end and get on him quick. Looks like they're going with Hubbard at left tackle. This would be a situation, similar, Peyton, to what you had with Freeney. Freeney had a great first step and was really quick off the ball. I thought you always had to get Freeney early. Now Freeney had a great spin move and a great power rush, so he was really hard to handle. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. But Watt's got a great first step, can turn the corner. You don't want to let him get started.
Yeah, and I talked to Daniel Jones. That's exactly what they said. They want to chip him with the tight end a lot. The good thing about T.J. Watt, they know exactly where he's going to line up every play. He isn't one of these guys that they move him the inside linebacker or D tackle or left defensive end. He's going to be on the quarterback's right side every time. There's only been 2 plays he wasn't on the right side. He was on the left side.
And when he's out there like this on his own, I think when he's out there like this on his own with there's nobody in the C area, draws and screens. Let him run up the field and draw and screen him. Otherwise, chip him. But Highsmith on the other side is going to be a problem too for Hubbard. So they can chip Watt a lot, but Highsmith will be an issue over there on the left side for the Giants. But here they are, 3rd and 1. This is where they want to be, Eli. Stay in these 3rd and shorts. They got a chance to convert this.
Yeah, exactly. This is what you like. I thought last week they got away from the run a little too quick, especially with some new linemen.
Yeah.
Little tush push.
Tush push.
That was better. That was better. Hey, Coach, Daniel Jones, he's at his best when the ball is getting out on time. It's in rhythm. If you're scheming against a guy like that, what's the key to disrupting that timing, would you say?
Well, I think the best thing you can do, Eli, is go cover 2 and hit all the receivers. That way you got a guy on everybody. The Steelers primarily a zone team. I don't think they're going to play a ton of man on this, but, they'll mix it in there. Porter, we'll see if he matches the Neighbors or not. There it is, Slayton. That's the guy. And you can't let that guy. That's a big thing for the Steelers right there, Slayton and Neighbors. And Slayton's just as big of a problem as Neighbors on those deep balls.
Great eyes there by Daniel Jones. He looked Fitzpatrick to the right over there. He moves Fitzpatrick hard right, comes back. Eli, you mentioned they wanted to do this. Thought they could get some seams thrown versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they wanted to hit some, talk to them, they want to hit some, plays where they're looking at outs, looking at stuff to the right, the Neighbors pump him, come back to the seam on the left. They thought the safeties are going to be cheating towards Neighbors' side. Slayton, as coach, like you said, Slayton still a deep threat. He can get a lot going. Big play right there. There's a little play action right here. Screen.
Good call, Bill. Good call on the screen.
Yeah, when they don't chip those ends, I would be looking for draws and screens. And this Tracy's giving him a nice lift in there as the running back. He's done a good job for him along with Singletary.
Hey, Bill, do you like Daniel Jones as a runner a little more down here in the red zone?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Got to get it in for a touchdown here when you get those opportunities. Honestly, the Giants don't have that many red area opportunities, so you need to use Daniel Jones to run it and then do it.
That's one of your plays. You can
call 2 plays in the huddle. Going to the second play, block motion. Yeah. Oh, we got to block that. Come on.
Yeah. That's a Landon Roberts, and I'll tell you, he's really good at running through. He's a really good run defender. Quick. He's got great timing and great anticipation. Yeah, Schmidt's just got to get your eyes up. Wake up. I mean, Landon Roberts is a run-through linebacker. You've got to be ready for him to run through. I don't care if they're in that bear front or not. He's a run-through guy. Got to hold up against Highsmith or throw it quick.
A delay. You got to delay a game. That's the second time I've seen that happen. Quarterbacks, if you hear the whistle, you got to throw the ball on the ground. I mean, was anybody watching our Week 2 episode, right? You get the snap, you hear the whistle, spike the ball on the ground so the D lineman who can't hear doesn't knock the crap out of you. I saw the quarterback from Missouri get absolutely creamed in a college game. Throw it on the ground.
Would you take that hit to get a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, though, right there on 3rd and 12?
No.
They called it on the defense in that Missouri game, which I thought was wrong. The guy can't hear it. Just spike the ball on the ground. I taught you that, Eli. It was one of the best things I taught you.
I know, but 3rd and 12.
This looks like
Be smart here.
I might take it.
This looks like screen.
Good call, Bill. Wide receiver screen. Get it back. Hey, you screwed up on the penalty. You take your medicine. You take the field goal. Tie this ball game up. We cannot take a delay game down there. We got to get that snap off.
At least we got some offense going, Pate. I thought this was going to be kind of a defensive slugfest. So I'm glad that both offenses get the ball moving. It good stops by the defense.
we wouldn't want to see a good defensive game moving. Eli.
No,
we want to see it like 49-48. Oh
yes.
my God.
That's what we're
You
looking
guys
for.
still don't appreciate good defense.
No, we appreciate them.
Special teams.
We don't like going against them. We don't like going against them. It's not good for TV.
Stay with us, Bill. Let's talk about this alert system or CAN system, right? You saw Drew Brees throughout his career. He'd kill the first play. Tom Brady would alert to the second play. Patrick Mahomes wipes the first play off to get to the second play. When I played in Denver, we did the CAN system. We called 2 plays in the huddle. The first play, we're going to run an outside zone play to the left side. This defensive end is so wide, so I say, you know what? We're going to put that first play in the trash can. We're going to can it right here. Let it play. You'll see the CAN signal right here. Okay, it's no good over there. Can that play. Let's run this way. Less people over there, better angle to get inside that defensive end. So we're going to can the first play, put it in the trash can, run this second play. Positive gain right here. It's a good way of calling 2 plays in the huddle. It's not really an audible. It's just 2 plays in the huddle. The quarterback gets to the best play at the line of scrimmage. Can, alert, kill, whatever it is, get to the best play.
They got rid of that, Pate. You can't do this motion anymore. No more of that. We can't have.
I like Mahomes. He does the white. I think he's just getting like he's kind of showing his, his bench press chest. He's kind of getting a little flex in. I think that's what he's doing.
I think so. All right, Coach, tell us about this Giants defense. What's on your Belichick list for this Giants D against the Steelers?
Well, Eli, number one, you got to respect Russell's ability to throw the deep ball. I think he's one of the best deep ball throwers in the league. So, no deep balls over their head. The stretch and boot running game from Coach Smith, and the Giants have had some trouble with these outside runs, so they got to do a good job of setting the edge. And then, look, it's time for the Giants to get an interception. The only one they had all year was when Dexter Lawrence batted the ball up in the air and they picked it off. That really wasn't a defensive play. It was a defensive line play. So it's time to get a pick some point. Halfway through the season, let's pick one off.
You'd think if you're leading the league in sacks that would lead to interceptions. Like you're getting pressure on the quarterback, he's going to throw some up, but it has not led to many turnovers.
You would think so, but I think that's part of the problem with the defensive line. I mean, with the secondary coverage. They just,
fell down. He's gone. Hey, Bill, it's another one of those play actions we talked about on our breakdown show. Russell makes the handoff look like the play action. They look the exact same. Look at the bite. He gets on the edge. He throws it really well on the run.
Yes, sir. And really, the only guy he's got a block on that is Ojulari, the edge guy. everybody else is chasing the stretch play, so there's only one guy left on the backside, and they block him. He's out on the corner. Russell doesn't have a lot of height, and so he has a little bit of trouble in the pocket, although he's very good on the deep ball. Once he gets outside, though, he's really deadly. He's a problem. Yeah, these C-gap runs have been a problem for the Giants all year. Outside and cut back into C-gap.
Hey, Bill, you mentioned this earlier. The Steelers are playing Steeler football. What does Steeler football mean to you?
Good defense, which I know you love, Peyton. Good defense, that's always important. Don't give up a lot of points. Don't turn the ball over. They're good in the kicking game. Danny Smith does a really good job. Kicker's having a good year, like always. So play good defense. Don't turn the ball over. Control the game with the running game and play action passes. Play good on special teams. Coach Tomlin's won a lot of games that way. A little bit of no huddle, I think, trying to tire this defensive line out. I don't think the Giants have a lot of depth on the defensive line. That front four is pretty good, and after that, not as much. So I think they're trying to tire these guys out a little bit.
Bill, I know you have a lot of respect for Arthur Smith. Does a good job as offensive coordinator for the Steelers.
Yeah, I think he does a great job. Does a tremendous job at Tennessee. I thought Atlanta did well too. Just had trouble with some production at the quarterback position, but does a nice job of controlling the game. Did a really good job with Tannehill in Tennessee. And now has done a great job with both quarterbacks here at Pittsburgh. So, Fields and Wilson. Looks like Fields has a little bit of a hamstring, so he's not even active tonight, right?
Oh, there was the tip. There was the tip right there.
It might have been good.
He's the third quarterback. Yeah, third quarterback.
I think he had
Dexter in coverage. Look at
They had a
Dexter.
little
He got his
double
hands
post.
on another ball. That's Dexter in coverage.
He had him right there, just a little crowded in the middle. See, Dexter can do it all, Coach. He can, he gets sacks. Oh, no, it wasn't Dexter. That was Simmons.
Oh, it was Simmons. Okay. Dexter almost had it.
He did. He was not much vertical for that guy. He's a big guy. Not much vertical leap.
His vertical is in straight into the backfield.
Yeah. He can get the center vertical. He can push him back. He can lift him. Here we go. All right, another good. Holding for field goals is a good thing. Here's Dexter. A little empty fade. He's dropping in the coverage. Let's see the vertical jump.
Look at this big man.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Hey, Coach, this is our only Giants game this year. Eli asked that we show this play, the Mario Manningham catch of Super Bowl 46. This isn't about bad memories, but an actual football question. What did you guys see on this play?
Great throw and great catch.
All right, we can move on. We can move on.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm not asking
play.
for these. I'm not asking these questions. This is all paid. We have our truce. I'm sticking to our truce. I'm sticking to it.
And I'm upholding it, Eli. I appreciate it. Thanks.
I know. I hear you. I'm sticking. This is Peyton. Peyton is trying to get us to, go at each other, but don't fall for his tricks. I don't fall for him anymore. Hey, Coach, I will talk about when you see these two organizations, Giants, Steelers, you can't help but think of the Mara family, the Rooney families. And NFL Films just released The Duke in the Giant Life of Wellington Mara this past weekend. What are some of your favorite memories being around one of the patriarchs of the NFL and Wellington Mara during your time with the Giants?
Yeah, Wellington was a great man. It was such an honor and a thrill for me to be at the Giants for 12 years with Mr. Mara. Just a fantastic owner. He was one of those owners that always said the right thing and always knew to do the right thing, whether it was after a tough loss, a big win. It didn't really matter. He just always had a great feel for the moment. Kind of kept to himself. Walked around the field during practice, but was always there. He was always present and supportive, but you never felt like he was like in the way, trying to do stuff that was inappropriate. He was very much the owner, but a kind of a father figure and somebody just everybody trusted. And like I said, he always knew to say the right thing, whether it was about the game, your family, something else that was going on. He was just a wonderful, wonderful man, and a great, great family. I mean, huge family, and Ann was great. It was just it's a great family.
Yeah.
Bill, you go back.
They're just going to keep running these screens. I'm telling you. Dable's just going to keep running these screens and draws, getting the ball out there quick. I mean, he's not going to let these guys tee off.
It's not a bad idea with Watt on the other side. You mentioned Brian Dable, Bill. He was at Michigan State with Saban, joined you guys as a defensive coach, later switched to the offensive side. What did you see in Brian as a young coach that you liked?
Yeah, really smart guy, worked hard. He came in and broke down all of our defensive film, and then I elevated him to position coach, and got him over on offense, and he's had a great career. Came back and coached tight ends for me after he had been a coordinator at the Jets, Cleveland, Miami, Kansas City. He was a great addition to our staff. Helped us win Super Bowls there at New England. But don't show any of those, Peyton. Just keep those out of there. We'll just look at the Giants Super Bowls tonight. That's good. But anyway, yeah, Dable's a really good play caller. I thought he did a great job in Buffalo developing Josh Allen, and just a good play caller. You can see it tonight. He's got a good feel for the game, and he does a good job of not letting the other team's best players beat him. Now, he's going to have to figure out a way here with Porter, and it's going to be a screen night, I'm telling you. They can rush all they want. They're going to have to chase these screens. But, Porter on Neighbors, it looks like the Steelers are kind of taking Neighbors out of the game with Porter. I think Dable's going to have to figure out how to get Neighbors the ball.
Hey, did you pull up any of those clips of some of those classic Patriots Steelers playoff games that I asked you to pull up? Do you have any of those? I know I asked you to have some today.
We're going to put those on in the fourth quarter when we need them. Hey, Bill, that was a great screen. I mean, another great design. I mean, the screen should slow down the pass rush. We got linemen downfield. We got to wait for the go call. That backer tight end, he should give him the go call. When he catches it now, we can go downfield. But now we're in negative play. That was a bad penalty there.
Yep,
another screen. Bill, you're on fire here.
Screen fest. Oh, another flag.
Another penalty.
Was that lineman? Hey, you can tell, like, these linemen got to know the difference. You kind of have 1 second screens.
That's a late hit.
You have 2 second screens. You got 3 second screens. That was right there, kind of your 1 second. You're going to block for a second, get out. The one before, it was play action, screen. That's like a 3 second. They got to hold a little bit longer.
But Bill, I always thought you screen early. That should slow the defensive line down a little bit, because the harder they come, the better the screens are.
That's right. These guys, they don't slow down. They just keep coming. they really do. Got to get upfield. We got to get upfield. Like, stop trying to bounce everything out for an 80-yard touchdown. Just get your pads down and get upfield on these screens, like they did on a tight end screen.
The Steelers play a lot of zone, a lot of cover 3. They'll mix in man, and screens are good versus zone, right? Man is not as good. If they're man-to-man on that running back, they can run to him. They can kind of beat the lineman to the back. But versus zone, a little double move, Pate. Oh, that's interference. Flag. Where's the flag?
Great eyes by Daniel again. He pumps it, Neighbors, comes back to the middle to hold Fitzpatrick, comes back to Neighbors. Really good eye control right there. Watch him right here.
Yeah, it's kind of like that same one they threw it to Slayton. This time they pumped to him, got the safety to move back to the seam, and then he came back to the go route. They just haven't hit many of these. That's a lot of contact. I mean, that's a good ball right there on the left sideline.
Watch his eyes. Pump left, come back to the middle, now go back to the left. He holds that safety. Really good job of controlling the safety there by Daniel. Cut it up.
All right, 3rd and 7 here.
Throw on first down, run on second down, run and screen. I'll tell you what, Giants have done a good job here. First quarter, they're hanging in there.
Yeah, they're running the ball well. 3rd and 7. They haven't had many 3rd and longs. We're gonna have. We got your old guy, Coach. You used to coach this guy, Lawrence Taylor, is going to be joining us here.
What's up, T?
Second quarter.
I'm hanging in here, man. Hanging in here, having a good time.
All right, let's welcome in Hall of Fame linebacker, two-time Giants Super Bowl champ, Lawrence Taylor. LT, it's week 8, and nothing has excited Coach Belichick as much as you appearing on the show tonight. What advice do you have for us to make him like Peyton and I as much as he likes you?
It can't happen. It can't happen. I mean, listen, though. He came in a long time ago, and he's been a great coach. And I'm just sitting here at the Casa de Monte Cristo in Boca, Florida, having me a cigar, having me a drink, and they told me you guys were on. So I decided, hey, let me come and see what they're doing. And Bill Belichick, that's gravy. That's gravy.
Hey, Bill, we know how much you love coaching LT. As you sit here watching a Giants game with LT, what's going through your mind right now?
Greatest defensive player in NFL history. When LT was on the field tilted in our favor.
Yeah,
and it didn't matter. And it didn't matter whether it was on defense or special teams, because I used him on special teams too. He was the gunner on the punt team, kickoff return, caused all those fumbles. Caused Wally Henry 2 fumbles in the playoff game against Philly. I mean, this guy was a force. He revolutionized the game.
It was great.
Best defensive player in history.
It was great. Great to play for the Giants and coach, man. I loved it. I loved it.
All right,
we had a great crew, but he was the centerpiece.
Bill, they're going for it here, 4th and 2.
Hard count. No.
I like Daniel Jones on the move. I like him on the move. Nice.
There it is.
Nice.
Sprint right, little pick play there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, LT, we heard that when you first heard. Hey, LT, when you first heard that Bill Belichick was going to be your D coordinator with the Giants, you weren't that happy. What changed?
I went off. I mean, I went to Bill's Parcells' office. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. He's a special teams coach, right? But Bill said, hey, this guy draws up all the defenses. He's in charge of the defensive plays and stuff. I said, well, in that case, as long as I'm playing cover 2 and I'm rushing, I'm cool with that. I tell you.
Hey, and we figured out ways to rush you from everywhere. From the left, from the right, inside, and what was the number 1 call? LT0. You could go wherever you want.
What did that mean?
LT0.
You go wherever you want?
I go where I want, but listen, except for the meetings. I mean, listen, hey, you was boring in meetings. I mean, listen, I have to sleep. I got to go to sleep.
It's not that hard.
Remember when you were late for the meeting on Saturday night?
Rush the quarterback.
In '86, you're late for the meeting on Saturday night, and so I was pissed off.
And you told
and
on
I did.
me.
And I did. And I go to Parcells. I go to Coach Parcells. I said, Coach, just want you to know, LT was late for the meeting tonight, and he looked at me and he said, why'd you start the meeting before he got there? So LT was never late again.
Smart coach.
Just find LT before we start the meeting. Oh, man.
We had a good time back then.
Was
the
receiver not set before the motion?
Bill, another killer penalty for the Giants, and they're shooting themselves in the foot. Good play action. Booth there for a touchdown.
Yep. Coach Dable's got good play calling and good design. He's always been tough, on things like this, and getting outside on the edge, getting Jones out of the pocket. I mean, he's not going to stand back there and let him get sacked tonight. I'll tell you that.
Got him. Oh. Gosh.
Oh.
Another penalty.
And let me ask you a question. You mean teams don't contained anymore? I mean, the outside rusher doesn't contain anymore?
Yeah. In my book, he does, but, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, LT, when you watch T.J. Watt play, what do you like about his game? This guy can create a lot of havoc, just like you did back in the day.
On the offense, number 7.
He's strong. I like the way he uses his hands. I mean, just like I used to do. I love the way he uses his hands, get the blocker off him, and always in the right position. So hey, I'm cool with him. His brother wasn't bad either now.
Yeah, pretty good combo.
All right, what we got? 37 here, Pape?
They're going to move him here, Eli. Watt heard you say he always lined up on the other side. Oh, actually, he's going back to the other side. So he's going in motion. They got Queens out there and empty on the running back, Eli. It doesn't necessarily mean man-to-man like it does for certain teams. Back shoulder.
Yep.
No.
Porter didn't match up on him that time, and so they went to him. If they get him matched up not on Porter, I think you can expect the ball here. And if they match Porter to him, Dable's going to go to him some, but he's going to go to Slayton too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Got the first foot.
Get
I got
down.
that second foot.
Oh, almost.
I'm telling you.
A little fired up.
Nothing makes a quarterback or offensive coordinator angrier than when you score a touchdown, they call it back on a penalty, and then you don't score and settle for field goals. It drives you crazy. So I'll take the field goal. We should have gotten the touchdown. Hey, Bill, what's he saying right now to the ref, you think? Trying to get his address for a Christmas card? What do you think?
Yeah. Probably getting his address for, inviting him to Thanksgiving dinner. All right,
Stay with us,
down,
LT.
Brian. Settle down. You're.
Tell you, I'm not gonna play them if they hold. This is why you lift all them weights. This is why you do all that.
Hey, don't you start giving me any check. Your ass will be out.
That's, of course, the great Bill Parcells, head coach of your great Giants teams. You know, Peyton could have gone early into the NFL after his junior year and been coached by Bill Parcells with the Jets, but instead went back to Tennessee. LT, do you think Peyton just wanted to avoid being yelled at by Parcells all the time? That's why he went back for his senior year?
Hey, if you don't get yelled out from Parcells, I mean, coaches, the trainers, everybody gets yelled up by Parcells. He is, but he's a good dude, and I tell you what, he's one of my favorites of all time.
LT, Coach Parcells, Coach Belichick, two of the greatest to ever do it, and their expectations were high for their players. But I want to show you a picture when we can. There's me and Parcells. I like that. We never know. How about this picture, LT? What was higher, their expectations or their shorts?
I don't know. Hey, look at Bill, all tight and everything. They look good. They look good.
Boy,
I love them both, man. I'll tell you.
LT, this has been tough getting beat up by these two guys. First of all, every show's a roast, and then second of all, they get mad when there's good defense. And so we got a good defensive game going here, but both of them are mad because it's not 41-39. So thank you for coming on and supporting me on the defensive side. I appreciate it. I'm outnumbered here. Hey, but you know what? When Parcells, LT, you know this. When Parcells didn't yell at you, that was the problem. Then you weren't going to be around long.
You're about to be
I mean, hell,
about to get cut.
he wouldn't even look at Phil Simms. He's like, hey, I'm like, Bill, that's your starting quarterback. Come on, stop.
Oh, nice run.
Right there. Good run. Go ahead.
It's the same issue for the Giants. It's the outside runs and the cutbacks into the C gap, just running away from Lawrence. You know, Coach Arthur Smith's doing a good job on it. He's staying away from the big guy inside and Nunes Roaches and trying to get the ball on the edge. Yeah. But, you know, LT, when we played the Eagles in preseason, I took the team over to NFL Films, and they pulled out all the clips of Parcells yelling out at me, which was a lot. It's about 5 minutes worth that NFL Films had, showed them to our team. And, man, the players loved that, like me just getting yelled at for doing everything wrong during the games, in practice, all that stuff. So he yelled at me, too.
You used to yell at me.
Well, it
you
runs
used
downhill.
to yell at me.
Yeah, well, it runs downhill. He yells at me, I yell at you, then you yell at
yeah, but
Robbie
I'm on the
Jones or
top of
Hedden
the
or somebody.
totem pole. I'm on the top of the totem pole.
Hey, LT, the Giants got a pretty good pass rusher with Dexter Lawrence. He came in tonight leading the NFL with 9 sacks in 7 games. I'd imagine as a linebacker, you would have liked having one of these great defensive linemen. It would have made your job a little easier getting some one-on-one matches. You kind of had Leonard Marshall as a defensive tackle while you were playing. How excited were you when Leonard got there in '83?
Leonard, I'm tell you what, was a great teammate and a very fine player. I tell you what, we used to run a lot of games in there and stuff. And he goes first, I go first and stuff. We do a lot of gaming, but anytime he's on the outside, I never worried about them getting outside of him. He knows how to play defense and he does it very well.
Leonard had a wide stance, and at least once a week, he would step on your foot, and man, that used to drive you crazy.
I mean, like,
Bill.
where you going?
He would step on your foot at least once a week, and that was like the maddest you got all week was when he stepped on your foot.
And he needs to be in the Hall of Fame, too. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame along with O.J. Anderson.
Hey, Bill, I've heard you say that quarterbacks feared playing against LT. From your vantage point, what was it that LT did to invoke that fear in quarterbacks?
Oh, everything. He was impossible to match up against. He ran by the big guys. He ran over the smaller guys. I mean, honestly, the only guy that really, and we didn't play against him very often, but I thought the toughest matchup he probably had was Munoz.
Yes, he was. He was.
But, I mean, every week it was, honest to God, they were scared to death. You could just see the game plan was all geared towards where's LT and how do we get, 2 or 3 bodies on him, slide the line, put a tight end in front of him, chip him with the back. But the game plan was always geared towards Lawrence. That's why, I thought he really tilted the field. And then when we got Banks, that really started to balance things out a little bit because Banks is a problem too. And he created some great matchups by, them sliding everything to LT. Lawrence would just go over to Banks and say, hey, you rush. And that was, that worked out well too because, Banks made a lot of plays off of LT's, the attention he got.
LT, thankfully for Peyton and I, we didn't have to go against you. But if you had your choice,
you guys are too young. You guys are too
I know.
young.
Who would you rather sack, me or Peyton? And keep in mind, once a Giant, always a Giant, only a Giant. Just saying.
Isn't Peyton like about 2 years younger than you? I mean, older than you?
I'm older. I'm older.
5 years
I'm
older.
5 years.
There it is. That looks pretty right there.
I
looks
want
pretty.
the old man. I want the old man. Okay? Give me the old man.
Good job by Russell taking what the defense is giving him. Giants play a lot of zone coverage. They talked about not being greedy on 1st and 2nd down. They got zone coverage on 3rd down. Eli, he took the quick out. Now they're in the red zone. They got to find a way to punch this in the end zone here, Bill.
Yep, it's the Giants are the worst red zone team in the league, or one of the worst, and Pittsburgh,
Really?
they could do a better job of getting it in here. They could, they can start taking control of the game. They're moving the ball well.
Hey, LT, I got your fat
Hey, Bill,
head
back
here.
in our day,
Are the Giants going to stop
Back in
here?
our
Are we going
day,
to
we played
hold them
one
to a field goal?
defense. Oh yeah. Ain't no choice.
All right, there we go. Predicting field goal.
We are famous. We are famous back in the day playing Red 2. That's all we played in the red zone. Red 2.
Right.
It turns into 2-man.
There it is. Push them out. Good job.
You tell your guys to push him out, Bill. You tell them to push him out of bounds when he's back
right there on the end line. That's why Peyton, the receivers, they got to stay a couple yards away from the sideline and the end line, or a good DB to just shove them out of bounds.
Yeah.
A little timeout. There we go. It's like both teams can move the ball up and down the field until they get in the red zone. Then they start going backwards a little bit.
Yeah, the Giants got a couple chances to get off field on third down and just haven't been able to convert. I don't know. Pittsburgh hasn't got the Giants in third down much, just 3rd and 1.
Got to be smart here, 3rd and 8. I know they talked about being aggressive on 3rd down. It's when they might get a little man-to-man. They expect a double on Pickens. I see the Giants playing zone coverage again here, Eli, just trying to keep it in front, trying to force a check down by Russell and holding them to 3.
Yeah, no.
LT on 3rd down, I mean, you had to have gotten a little more excited, right? Knowing it's got to be a pass. I mean, you're bringing your best stuff on 3rd down, right?
Most of the time. That's nut cutting time. That's when you get the big paycheck. Okay?
I like it. I like it.
Did coach ever try to drop you in coverage on 3rd down?
Oh, he got it in there.
I play it all. Yeah, I play it all.
It was
I'm
zone
a
coverage,
football
Bill.
player.
Bill, he still got a corner route in. They ran a quick out with the corner route. The corner kind of jumped on the quick out before he turned back in. Didn't get a chance to sink to the corner route. Russell made a good throw getting it in there.
Yep. Go for the ball. Strip the ball out.
Yeah.
Good rush, though, too. Russell took a big hit on this.
Good job by Pickens, Eli, running down, stepping on the safety's toes. If he breaks too soon, that safety can almost run the route for him, but he's
the ball out.
Got right in front of him, went to the corner. Good throw by Russell, Eli, over the corner, high enough, but with enough drive away from the safety.
Oh,
really
he should have knocked that ball out. Come on.
Yeah, go up through the pocket.
Wait, called incomplete?
What?
He bobbled at the end right there? Oh, the left foot never hit.
He never hit.
The left foot never hit.
Never hit.
Hey, you know what that means? LT,
That's two, Peyton, and we couldn't get our feet down. Right? Twice the receiver couldn't get their feet down.
There we go. Look at him. LT. Looking good. Looking good. You made the board.
I made the board.
Congrats, LT. All right, all this talk about sacking the quarterback is a bit much for me. Eli, the control room, do we have anything else we can run? Any now? All right, when we come back, I want to see some non-quarterbacks getting sacked here when we come back, some different kind of video. All right, we're back. Bill, did you leave LT in to block field goals and extra points back in the day, or was he on the sideline?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not only did I leave him in to block him, but I put him, either LT or Harry or Banks, on the wing, and nobody wanted to rush off the wing on any of those guys, so it just all we had was the middle rushes. Nobody would come off the edge on those guys, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, we used him for everything. Only thing, block punts,
everything.
Kickoff return, kickoff coverage, field goal wing, and field goal rush. Yeah, he did it all. He never came off the field. If I could help it, then when Coach Parcells told me to take him off special teams, that's when he came off.
Hey, you remember Tecmo Bowl on Nintendo where he blocked every field goal automatically? You remember that? It was automatic.
I do remember that. All right, all this talk about sacking the quarterback's a bit much for me. I asked the control room, we have anything else we can run? Is there anything else besides quarterbacks getting sacked? Please.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, this is not. No, this is LT sacking somebody with one hand.
That's
How
Gary
is that
Danielson.
possible?
He's sacking Danielson.
With one hand, LT. How'd you do that?
My other hand was hurt.
Keep it simple. I like it. Hey,
Show him my move, Eli.
Yeah.
Show him my best move to avoid sacks.
Yeah, we got the Steelers defense, obviously known for great defense, great pass rush over the years. I want to show a clip of a quarterback avoiding the Pittsburgh pressure. Let me show this. Watch this. Yeah, that's Peyton. He intentionally falls down to avoid a pass rusher, then completes the pass downfield. LT, if
That
you're looking at
can't
quarterback,
be legal.
yeah, that's a little sneaky,
That's
isn't
not
it? Like, what's
legal.
going on here? Is that legal?
It's called playing possum, LT. You stay down just long enough, right? Kind of 1,001, 1,002, then you get back up and you hit a comeback on the Steelers. It's a new technique, and not a lot of guys can do it, LT.
Yeah, and not a lot of guys would want to do it.
That's like the old backyard. That's the old backyard play where you're running, you fake the hamstring, you kind of fall down, everybody comes up, and then you get up and run deep. That's basically you're kind of creating that backyard football right there, Pate.
Bill, are you thinking more
That's Joe
screens again
Montana
here
stuff.
in the second quarter, Bill? You thinking more screens?
Well, if they open up the formation, I do. If they close the formation, then I think they'll chip them and, try to keep moving Dan out of pocket a little bit, get the ball out on time. I think they like the matchup on Jackson and, try to stay away from Porter as much as they can.
Hey, LT, we talked a little bit about TJ Watt. He's a good player using his hands. He's also good at creating turnovers, but no one did that better than you. We'll show some highlights here in a second of you creating some turnovers, especially kind of the Saints in '88. I remember a few when you had that bad shoulder, and all you did was make 7 tackles, have 3 sacks, and force 2 fumbles.
Was that game?
I had a
You were
good
at that
day.
game. Yeah. You had a good day. I mean, you remember that game? How did you play so well? I mean, look at that shoulder brace.
Hey. You know what? I tell you the truth. As long as there's nothing wrong with my legs. I don't worry about the upper body. I worry about the lower body.
Bobby Hebert back there at quarterback, Pate. That's a strong arm, shoulder brace. Ronnie Barnes in there? Does Ronnie give you some special shots or anything? Any special medicine to play that one?
Yeah, just good old Johnny Walker Black.
The whole shot, get down.
The whole shot. Oh, nice hit. Cover 2, trying to hit that receiver down the sideline, kind of like Manningham down the sideline. Cover 2, safety got wide right there. Good hit, good clean hit by Fitzpatrick. You got to drive that ball. You can't be in the air for a long time. He stares at it, Eli, just a little bit longer and allow Minka to get a good drive on it.
Yeah.
To get the ball out. Good play there by Fitzpatrick.
Oh, he never had it.
Hey, LT, man, this has been fun, man. Thanks for coming on with Coach Belichick. It was a lot of fun to listen to you guys
Thank you.
talk about old times.
Appreciate it, pal.
We'll see
Go
you
enjoy that cigar.
our next reunion, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Among other things. Yes, sir.
All right, send me
Wish
some of those
wish you all the
cigars,
best.
LT.
We'll see you, pal. Thanks, buddy. Welcome back. Hey, Bill, I talked to Arthur Smith. He said Mike Tomlin has been very helpful and supportive, kind of giving him an idea of what he thinks the defense this week might do, and he kind of helps with the offensive game plan. I know you used to meet with Tom and kind of give your thoughts, but talk about how you kind of manage that with your offensive coordinators through the years, kind of giving your defensive perspective to the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was really fortunate, to have Josh McDaniels and Bill O'Brien as my offensive coordinators. Most of the time, Matt Patricia, Charlie Weiss, some other guys I work with, they're all really good. So, I love working with all of them. And I think it's important for the head coach to have a good relationship with the quarterback. So I met with Tom, usually twice a week, every week, just so that we could be on the same page, whether it was game plan or situational football. And that's what you were talking about before the game, Peyton, was just Russell holding the ball too long in the pocket. That's the first time he's really done that. And you just don't want to do that against the Giants, who are leading the league in sacks. So, when nobody's open, just cut your losses and get rid of it. Good coverage.
I know what that route combination was, Pate. Kind of like 2 inside go route. It looked like he was waiting for a break-in or something.
Just take off or throw it away, though, right? I mean, 3rd and 12. This is what Bill said at the beginning. We can't live in this down and distance. If we're Pittsburgh.
Yep, screen.
Running back screen.
Got it.
Wow.
Yep. 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 A lot of screens against these pass rushers. This might be one of the highest screen games in the league this year, Peyton. I don't know if we have a stat on that or not.
They're working. They're working.
Yeah. And the end's got to read that. I mean, they got to read those tear screens.
You're saying the defensive ends need to peel back out? And
just flatten out and go. Yeah, stop trying to jump and bat the ball down. Just get out there and go. See, I think Pittsburgh needs to stay more with those outside plays, with his tear screen, the stretch run, that toss that they hit earlier to Najee. The inside tight runs are tough in there against Nunes Roaches and obviously Dexter and linebackers. The Giants do a pretty good job on that stuff. I think the idea is to get the ball to the edge and get the quarterback outside the pocket a little bit more here.
Still haven't seen Russell take a really deep shot. Bill, I know you talk about how he had several deep balls on you during your time. He's one of the great deep ball throwers. Haven't thrown one yet. Another screen.
It's cover 2, Pay. They're going back to cover 2, not letting anybody take a deep shot, but we're getting these linemen out on these defensive backs. Good job by the
You would think with cover 2, that left tackle wouldn't be able to get out and block a cover 2 roll corner.
Is that defensive end? He's got to feel that, why is the quarterback dropping back and the left tackle not blocking me? Like, something's got to be up.
Ojulari's got to flatten out and go get that.
There's your guy.
Keep the ball outside. Just kind of keep it outside.
Inside run, not good. Yeah.
I mean, you would think with all these screens, the pass rush would be a little more hesitant. You might have time to drop back and take a shot.
Yeah. Well, they're taking many shots.
Honest to God, on a couple of these running plays, Peyton, it looks like the linemen are screen blocking. I mean, you're just letting them in there. This will be another one now. Throw it quick. Okay.
Hey, you talked a little bit in pregame.
You can't let this guy out of the pocket.
Pickens.
With 5-man rush, you can't let him out of the pocket.
You talked about Pickens being a great 50-50 kind of receiver. Coach, if you're going against one of those receivers that's, one of these guys that's good at the deep ball, going to get plays like Pickens, what do you tell your defensive back covering him to try to, not let him make one of these spectacular catches or get a pass interference?
Well, you definitely don't want to give up pass interference. That's the worst thing that can happen. You got to make them hit it. But, if you're not going to cover them over the top, then you just got to stay on top on press coverage. Make him run the make him run the comebacks and, make him run the stops in front of you. But play to the high shoulder.
They tried to triple team him right here, Coach. We gotta watch this replay when it comes back.
Oh yeah, this is Dexter.
I'll
tell you what, I'm coming out with my mid-season all Belichick team,
Boom,
and there's some players on the field that are on that team. I'll give you a hint. I think we just saw one of them right here. This guy's having a great year.
Stay with us, Bill. Stay with us.
Stay with us, Coach.
Welcome back. There's Sexy Dexy doing his thing. He didn't get the sack on that last play, but he pretty much created the sack. That running back wanted no part of it. Eli, let's see what your Sexy Dexy dance looks like.
All right, the 3 most important things, Peyton. Number 1, you got to be sexy. Check. Got that. 2, you got to bend the knees, and then you got to get the arms going, and then sexy. Yeah, just like that.
Ooh. Stop, please.
All day. You want some more of this?
No. Can we fast forward?
That's all you got. It's the exact same. I've been watching film on it all week. I nailed it.
0 for 3. 0 for 3. All right.
Got 2 timeouts
no
here,
screens.
Peyton. I don't think we go 2 minutes until we
drill.
get a first down.
I like
Green.
that. I agree
We got to
with
get a
that.
first down.
Positive
Green,
first
two
play.
plays.
Positive first
Yeah.
play.
Both tackles
let's do
are
the
open.
Opposite.
Both tackles are open. This looks like screen to
Man.
me. Quarterback draw.
Quarterback sack.
Screen draw.
I mean, you
Yep.
saw it. You saw it last night in that Dallas 49er game. Dallas couldn't get a positive play to get going on that 2-minute drill. That's what the Giants need. We need a positive play on that first or second play. I don't like the start right there. We don't have to have an explosive play, but we need a 6-yard gain here to get us into a little rhythm here.
Yeah, I mean, that was Van Roten just getting powered back. I mean, not a very good block. Yeah.
Pittsburgh might look to take one here.
They only have 1 timeout.
I don't care.
Final timeout. Pittsburgh, 30-second timeout.
What do you
That's a
do
good
here,
timeout.
Pate?
Yeah.
From an offensive standpoint, you can run the ball or get a completion and kind of ensure they're not having time. You can throw it.
That's a good point, Bill.
I think Daboll's running it.
Yeah.
Giants get the second half kickoff, right?
Yep.
So
Take 9-6 and go to halftime.
Receiver screen.
receiver
something like
screen,
that.
yeah.
Get a completion. Maybe
Positive
get the first.
play. Positive play, keep the clock running, and then Steelers would have 30 seconds and no timeouts.
I mean, to me, if you really want to just run the clock,
Just run
I'd
it.
run it.
Yeah.
Run the ball. They're doing something.
Press coverage not as ideal for those wide receiver screens. Step up.
Nice.
How about that throw?
Go.
Nice.
Any
Go.
post to the house.
Score.
Go to the house.
Score. Timeout. Timeout. There you go.
Good aggressive call there. Got man-to-man, which is kind of only time you're really going to get it probably is on those third downs. Watch the safeties. He comes down late. They try to show 2 safeties deep, come down. Backside skinny post versus press coverage. Not an easy route and throw versus press, Eli.
Yeah. Oh,
Get out of balance. Get out of balance.
Yeah. Well, they went after Jackson on that first one. Got him on the end cut.
Yeah. They're not really doubling
They-
neighbors, Pate.
No, they're just putting Porter on him. But I'll tell you, this Slayton's a problem. He's definitely a problem.
Good route there.
All right, 40 seconds. Now you're thinking, you got 2 timeouts.
You can still pop a run here
Yeah,
if you
screen.
had to.
Get rid of it.
There you go, Daniel. That away. That
Timeout.
away. Yeah, take one there. Take one there.
You just keep taking them, right? Take them. There's no point wasting, saving them. Oh, geez. He's getting drilled right as he threw that thing. That's the only problem going empty, Pate. You get no. I mean, and then the Watt knows he's not getting chipped. When they're empty, he knows there's no tight end, there's no running back. At least having a threat of a running back, knowing you might get chipped is helpful.
Yeah,
I think
or at least-
going back to what you said earlier, Eli, if they're going to chip him, get up on the line and chip him. Don't fool around.
Yeah. Get a tight end there.
And then screen him. Let him run up the field and screen him. There we go. Move the tight end over, and here's the chip on Watt right there.
Hey, this safety could add on. See how he's coming in? With him down, if that tight end blocks, he's adding on.
There it is.
When you say add on, right, Eli? Yeah, tight end blocks. He has him in coverage. He's going to blitz. We call it green dog, delay dog, whatever it may be. But
I'd like to see
you're
a screen off that.
Bringing another guy to the party.
I'd like to see that tight end block Watt and then get a screen that when that safety rushes, there's no one on him. Watt's
Like
not
that.
dropping in coverage.
I like that.
They ran over to center in the back inside though. Tracy and Smith got run over inside. It didn't matter. They barely got that one off.
Yeah.
No
coming right
sacks
up the
here.
middle.
Hurry up, hurry up.
You're in field goal range. You're in field goal range. No sacks. No sacks.
Who's first?
I believe you got to kick this one.
Let's get, yeah. Let's kick it. It's been a good drive. 'Cause even if you get the first down, you're not. You might have to take a timeout. Then you don't have a whole lot of time and options.
Yeah, I think Daniel's doing a good job of getting the ball out of his hands. That's when he's at his best, when he's in rhythm. If we can get some rhythm throws, like the skinny post to Slayton, Neighbors, they do a good job creating some one-on-one matchups for him, but on time. Hit that fifth step up, and let it fire.
There we go.
Good drive.
Pipe.
Good drive.
Good drive. Get the ball. Like you said, they get the ball first in the second half.
Well, I mean, both of y'all said they should have run the ball back there. I said, let's throw the skinny post to Slayton, and I'm glad he listened to me.
There
All right. Pate, you got your boy LL Cool J coming on. Coach Bill Cowher. Great Steeler
Coach Cowher.
coach.
Yeah. Coach Cowher. I love Coach Cowher.
Y'all had some battles. Coach.
We did. We were great friends on and off the field. It was tough when we were in the same division and, even playing the New England-Pittsburgh rivalry. But Bill's a great guy. He's a great coach. He's been a great friend. I really, really love him. I'm glad Bill got in the Hall of Fame. I thought he really deserved it. He did a heck of a job. Not just as a coach at Pittsburgh, but even as an assistant coach and playing in the league. He's made a great contribution to the NFL.
No doubt.
A lot of people say he should get in the Hall of Fame just for his jaw.
All right.
I mean, great continuity there in Pittsburgh, right? Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. That speaks to
Yes.
everything the Steelers are about. Great organization.
That's right.
We'll take a knee,
Hey,
take it to halftime.
Payne, can we go back to that last play on that little flat route there to I think it was to Tracy?
Sure we can. We show that last play.
Just the tackle on the sideline. We just go to this tackle here on the sideline. See where he gets pushed out of bounds there. And,
Yeah.
push him out of bounds. I've been working with Ryan Clark, and Ryan Clark told me and taught me that this is why we have pads. Never push a receiver out of bounds. Hit him with your shoulder pads and knock him out of bounds. That's why we wear pads. I thought that was great. That's like a Steeler motto, Steeler football. And I love that. Ryan Clark, Troy Polamalu, those two guys were tough. They were tough. Don't push him out of bounds. Drop your shoulder and hit him. That's why you got those pads on. No timeouts. It's over. Good half. Giants got to feel good about this. Halftime in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
They got to feel good about where they are.
They've run the ball
I
well.
think the big thing at halftime here is red zone, right? Both teams. Next time we get down there, figure out how to get the ball in the end zone. You got to love the red area defense, Peyton. You just got to love red area defense, man. Just got to love it. Embrace it. It's good.
Both of them is penalties. Penalties on the offense. Don't shoot themselves in the foot. Don't have
can't get
legal
receivers can't get their
formations.
feet down in bounds. That's all right.
Exactly.
It's good defense.
Coach.
All right, man. We'll be
so
sure
much.
to say hello to LL Cool J for me. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to make that one.
We'll do. We'll do. We'll
See you next week, Bill.
We'll see you
All right.
next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks. See you next week.
Chiefs Bucks.